Hey everybody, welcome to the Day Winners Music channel. Let's go. We just got new merch in. Let's do this. So really what this video is about is going over the most impactful insights that I got from my 5 recent interviews. In my 5 recent interviews, the first one I interviewed Mr. Cool Your Body. The second one was with Stay Danje. The third one was with Tweet 28 put me on TV. Fourth one was with Slaughter Kim, and the fifth one, which is coming out soon, is going to be with Raw Glizzy. And so, in this videos, really, what my idea was going into this interviews is, as a music producer, was to really teach my audience, because one thing I've been watching a lot of marketing and I've done sales and marketing for 2 years, and one of the things that I learned is that to give, like just to give, and then eventually I get something back. I just wanted to give things back for what I've learned for the past years, but not really for me, because I haven't made it to a point where I feel like people will be like amazed by what I say. But I wanted to get other people that I feel like I look up to, that's up on the coming, but that's really working. They got actually audiences, they got actual businesses that's actually working for them, which is why we're here today. So I'm going to go over them, which episode, just tell you what I learned. And yeah, that's really much the video. Let's get it. So in the first video, I had Mr. Cool Your Body, right? And we went over personal brand. So the most important tips that I got from this interview was that I need to network. I need to get off my creative bag and get sometime into the networking bag and be outside, like we said sometime, like um and reach out to people, and that actually helped me to get my next 5 interviews, because I learned that from the first interview with Mr. Cool Your Body. Not that I learned, not only I already knew it, but the fact that he enforced it, and that's what's working for him, and I started implementing that. So I reach out to different people, and as you guys could see in my next 5 interviews after these, you will see I have a lot of different people on the podcast, because I've learned to network. I've learned to implement my networking skills, which is just reach out to people. That's what he was telling me. Reach out to somebody. Just, you never know. You never know. Reach out to those people, and you never know what I might take you. And also from him, which is he have a really big presence on social media, and which is one of the big thing I wanted to learn from him. I wanted to know, how does he get a big presence like that on social media. Um, Really, what he said was that to post good content, and also to grow my social media, to grow my brand, to grow my personal brand as a person, and yeah, just go from there, and like yeah, like just grow my brand and just keep being consistent. Just keep being consistent and learn from there, right? And yeah, and the conversation was amazing. It was a two-part interview. The first one was like 30 minutes, second one was like 19 minutes, and we went over a lot of things. I really had a lot of fun. He's a comedian. For you, if you don't know about Mr. Cool Body, he's an amazing comedian from Miami. If you don't know him, the link's gonna be in the bio where you can follow him, and yeah, and go from there and laugh with him and enjoy his experience from there. um yeah, so in my second episode, I had Stay Danje. Stay Danje is a buzzing North Miami clothing designer, and his clothing line, I've seen it everywhere. I've seen his brand in a lot of places like you wouldn't even expect, like from a person, like from like I just wouldn't expect that from I just wouldn't expect to see at certain places. I might you be at the bank and be like, yo, a guy come with a Steve Danje hat or something. I'm like, what? Like you don't expect to see somebody that probably at a party, yeah. But um yeah, like his brand is very big and his social media presence is extremely huge. So I just the reason why I got Stay Danje into the podcast on the podcast was to really get insight about building a clothing brand or a merch line from an expert. So really what this channel is really about, what I preach as a brand is to really make independence with music. A lot of time what you hear is, yo, you can make money from music. You can make this from music, which I don't think is true. I think it's like every other business. Like you just have to figure out a plan how and grow, and eventually you learn and fail and fail and fail. Eventually you get to something where you feel like you're proud of that, and then you just go from there, right? So um my model is music, merch, and shows. With music, I can always drop new music, find new people. Fans gonna wanna support me with my music. With my merch, people might not be a fan of my music for say, but they still need a shirt to wear. So they can still support me through the shirt. If they don't know, or they don't might not want to support me through the music, right? They can support me through the merch. And the third thing, which is really big that I learned, is to shows, actually coming out to shows, which is what I'm actually learning about really right now. Which is coming up with shows, learning about them, coming up with shows ideas and stuff like that, right? Um, yeah. So yeah, stay on J. Um, that was an amazing interview, man. So with with that interview, I got to go over so many insights over building a merch line. Like the first thing I learned from him was the consistency and the confidence behind having a brand, like being proud of my brand and being proud of repping my brand, being proud of who I am as a brand. And you could sense that through him and through the whole interview. So that was very insightful, and like you can see like that rubbed off on me to wear my own shirt, to wear my brand and rep my brand and be like, yo, okay, I'm proud of my brand, I'm proud of my design of the work that I've been doing, and this is what I got. And he actually rep his brand every single day on social media, and that's really good. That shows a lot of work ethic. That shows a lot of confidence behind the brand. Yeah, and just go from there. I just from him, I just got to understand that it's a lot about you got to be a businessman for real. Like you got to be a businessman for real as an artist if you really want to build a merch line, because it takes some investing into yourself, into your some believing into yourself to invest into the clothing, investing into the design, and investing into the logo, and investing into different things like that. Like that's really what I learned. All right. So in my third interview, which was a banger, which was with 28 put me on TV, man. And I think this was one of my best interviews. Cause the reason why I say 28 put me on TV was my best interview. A lot of my next interviews have to do with 28 put me on TV. And it just the way he's so experienced, and to from my point of view that he is really experienced into dealing with artists and having different clients, that he have networks of people that he can help you to reach out to. I think this artist is so unreachable, but like his network can get you that person in one click, and just just a word from him mean a lot. That's what I realized. And and our conversation about branding, we really went over that. We really went over ways where how he don't stay in the box. Like he don't stay in the box as a videographer. He just do different things to put himself out there. Like as a videographer, like just different things. I just suggest you watch the podcast. It's on there. It's very fun. It's amazing. So that video with 28 put me on TV just gave me hope that like I can do it. Like just to see him and be around him and be like and being understanding how like people like him are still human. Like like I like you will hear the brand be like I'm like, oh, this is that brand. And be like, yo, yeah. Or you feel like that brand is unreachable sometimes. That's I'm just saying my experience. I feel like it's unreachable, but when you meet that person and you're like, damn, that's really you, and it's like you can see how far branding takes you. And in that interview, we went over branding tips about how he says to help find out a way to help um without being in the light, like just doing different things to provide value to your clients, to your audience, and to things, which is why I'm doing this clip, which is to provide value to my audience on what I learned and how it's going and everything like that. Yep, let's get it. And my fourth interview was with Slider Keem. Slider Keem is that guy, man. Slider Keem. I knew about Slider Keem before interviewing him in Miami. His name is buzzing a lot. Like you can Slider King, a lot of people know about him. You might not know what he does, but you know the name. So, um, going into in the interview, just like I said, I knew about the brand, but I needed to dig deeper and to find out who he is as a person, or as a business, or as a brand from being a artist and having a merch line or a clothing brand or a merch line that's turning into a brand, and it's just really good to see, which is what I aspire to be. Because I aspire to be a a successful artist. Not a successful artist is being able to make money off my music, being able to be independent and do the things that I want and the when that I want and do it and from there, right? And have seen somebody like that having a brand. His brand is extremely big in Miami right now, and yeah, the Drake collection, yeah, and just seeing him, learning from him about a couple of tips. So what I learned from him was just to be myself. That's what he was saying about starting a clothing brand as an artist or as a producer. Just to be yourself. Figure out the image that I want to be. I want to put in that brand, and then go from there. And find out a logo that match with it. Find out a brand, which is what I've done. I feel like with my brand a little bit. So figure out a logo. So for anybody out there that really want a little insight from what he said is figure out your image, who you are as a person, and second is you figure out the logo and the design that you want, and then figure out the merch, the who your resources really, and how you gonna get it done, and then get it done. Go from there. And Sada King has a lot of work ethic, which one thing he said that stick with me for sure. I don't know why, it just stick with me. It just was like finish what you start. For some reason, I just kept doing that all week. Little things right there. I'm like, I gotta finish what I start. I gotta finish what I start. I gotta finish what I start. I'm gonna finish what I start because I already started it. Because it's little habits like that. I feel like that people that's really successful have that. It's not even big things. Little things like that that they do that I'm not doing yet or I'm not implementing yet that give that next shift or that I put into that next year to be like, damn, to build a real successful brand. And what's better than learning from the people that's doing it at the best pace or at the pace that you want it, which is what I'm doing right now. Okay. In that episode with Slider King, which was amazing. We also went over his song with Hot Boy, and that was an amazing experience. Just to hear him speak about Hot Boy, which who I'm a fan of, Hot Boy, and that was really a big experience to just hear about how that came out, the energy around the video. That was amazing. Um, and my fifth interview, we had that's coming out sometimes and next week or the week after that. It's with Raw Glizzy. Raw Glizzy is amazing. Is a character, is a I'm a fan. That's what I really want to say of Raw Glizzy, man. I'm really a fan of who he is as an artist. The reason is right. The reason is a lot of time the people I I feel like the people I gravitate to as a fan, really, not as a music producer, but as a fan of music, is more I people with certain personalities that I'm like, yo, that's fun, or that's I'm like, I attract more to their personality, or I want to be like this person, not be like this person, more I like that person energy around, like more like that. So and I listen to their music, like you get what I'm saying, and there's a lot of people like that, and most of the same thing for Mr. Cool Your Body is like personality and also do music more on a lesser level than more Gliz, but like it's you just the personality say a lot for Roglic. That's the one thing I'll say. Okay. Um, what I learned from the interview with Roglic is being myself. That's it. Like I learned that like I can tell like even when I was telling him like, yo, bro, you really funny. He was like not shocked by it, but you can tell that he was like it's like whatever. Like it's like cause yo, I'm just being me, and it was nothing that I'm changing, and which is why inspiring me to just be me. Like that's one thing I got a lot from my interview with him. Is like I'm just me. I'm just doing me, bro. I'm just gonna wake up and talk my shit and be funny, and you gonna love it. You ain't gonna like it. Fuck you, nigga. Like hey, you ain't gonna like it, whatever, and yeah, just go from there. And yeah, like that was a really good interview with Roglic, like where I got yeah, I as an artist, if you are an artist, upcoming artist or an artist that's willing to who wanted to get known, that's the type of interview I want to watch because it's people in my industry, people that's not even there, but people that's ahead of me that I want to that I can reach, that can give me game, and now with that game they give me, that I can take that game to add it to my game and take that to the next level, to my next level. So, which is why, like, I just want those interviews. I just want it because as a music producer, I know there's a lot of artists watching me, a lot of other music producer who look at my beats and just for inspiration and everything like that. Cause I look at other producer beats. I'm a fan of a lot of other producers, and yeah, and it's just I'm making this video just to share the knowledge and pass it on, like really, and just overview of everything that I was going to and through in this video was my first interview with Mr. Cool Your Body was amazing. We went over like branding and social media tips and everything like that. If you want to check that out, check it out. And second interview was with Stay Danje. We went over building a clothing line, building a merch line, and he's one of the best clothing designer in Miami right now. So learning from him was really big with coming up with my next designs and inspirations and everything like that. So third video was with 28. That video was really about building a brand because 28 Premier TV, that's one of the strongest brand right now in my opinion in Miami. He has Louis Ray doing his tag, which is like a lot of artists in Miami need just exposure and everything like that. I think that's a lot of value. The fourth one, which with Slider Kim, which he has one of the best merch line as an artist that I've seen. Not best, I would say he has the most known brand and design. One of the most known brand and design in Miami. And yeah, for sure. And Sadakim is a vibe. I feel like I connected with him a lot. The reason was I'm Mr. Manifest connected with me. I'm a manifesting person. I'm like about manifestation, meditation, all that really other stuff like thinking it, making it happen, being positive, all that other stuff. Yeah. So next one was with Rogless when we just went over like being an artist, just being yourself, how to build an audience, how and everything like that. So yeah, that was the video, man. The video was just to cover what I learned, like just my excitement for this interviews. And I just want to say, man, I'm just so grateful. And I just want to thank these people, and I want to thank these people just for them taking the time and sitting down with me because they didn't have to do that. But I'm just so grateful for the position I'm in and for these people that came onto the platform and just did and sit down with me and just yeah, man. And yeah, this video, I just hope at least one person just learn, just get one thing, and that's it. That's it. If you got one thing from this video, you got it. You did it. Let's go, man. And new merch, man. I'm gonna be dropping new videos upcoming soon. I'm coming with new videos. I'm not sure if it's gonna be every week. But I'm definitely coming out with new videos for y'all. We got new content on your way. I got beats coming on soon. I got music on the way. I got a lot of things, man. I don't want to spoil everything. I'm recording soon, guys. You guys can see I'm starting to record now. So not for everybody, but just for selected people. It's coming soon, man. Let's get it.